Edo na one of the safest states for Naija. NIPOST Postmaster General na him talk this one. Postmaster General and Oga Patapata for the Nigeria Postal Service (NIPOST), Dr. Ismail Adebayo Adewusi don carry waka enter government house Benin City on Thursday. Come talk say dem carry two matter come make Edo government for intervene. One wey be the Abudu post office wey dey under construction, wey the youth for the community don tanda against the project, and the second one wey be Ugbowo post office wey plenty wahala talk full of top sake of some people wan take over the land from NIPOST. Adewusi come hail Governor Obaseki when he take continue dey support NIPOST sake of he don fulfill all the promises when he make to the organisation last year. He come praise Obaseki for all im infrastructural development for sports, health, education among others. Say Edo State don be one of the safest states for the country.
I'd like to thank you, sir, and of course to extend our appreciation to His Excellency Governor Obaseki for doing so much for the Nigerian Postal Service. I'd like to put on record that last year, February, I visited His Excellency the Governor and I made some requests to His Excellency to give us some kind of support facility like the Nigerian Postal Institute. I was so shocked and of course pleasantly surprised that the governor promised me during that visit, and 3 months later by April he had already mobilized to do the construction of the road leading to our institute. And in August of last year, the road was already completed. We still have governors in this country who are alive to their responsibilities, who keep to their words. It's one thing to make a promise, another thing to keep it. On this occasion, I would like to extend my personal appreciation, of course, the appreciation of the Nigerian Postal Service to His Excellency. That we are very grateful. We continue to remain grateful and we continue to pray for his success as the head of government in this state. Having said that, I would like to also note with gratitude the nature of the support we have enjoyed beyond the road construction, and we continue to work together in so many other areas. Recently, the Korea Logistics Regulatory Department met with Your Excellency in a town hall meeting organized to sensitize the public because, as you know, we have the responsibilities to sanitize the Korea operators in the country, because we have observed over time that the facility of the Korea dispatch riders have been turned into kind of security risk. We use that facility to carry arms and ammunition being used for drugs, Korea, and all those nefarious activities. Because of our position as the regulator for this industry, we continue to ensure that we sanitize the industry. We have received your support because the last town hall meeting we personally anchored it, and we continue to give us support. So I thank you, sir, for doing so much in that area. Briefly speaking, let me just speak to one or two other issues that I'd like to take up on this discussion, because as you know, the Nigerian Postal Service is one of the oldest institutions in our country. The first post office was established in 1562, and so we are one of the last standing institutions. As we speak, we have 2 of such issues in Edo State, which I would like to bring to your notice. The Abudu post office is currently under construction, and I understand that the youth of the community, they are rising up against that project. And of course, as we know, our project is mainly social service, and I want your intervention, sir, to ensure that the construction is allowed to proceed in the interest of the good people of Edo State. We similarly have another problem in the Ugbowo post office. That is opposite the Indian gates. There's some kind of contention as regards to people wanting to take over that space from the Nigerian Postal Service. So please, I would like to seek for the intervention, sir, to ensure that these facilities are detailed. The Naija Postal Institute Airport has a massive sports facility, and I know that you've done a lot in the area of sports development in Edo State. I would like to seek for your permission to please take time and visit that facility. I'm sure that the visit to that facility will show you the potentials that this kind of facilities can be put to in Edo State for the training of sportsmen and women and for youth development in particular. And so I would like to invite you, sir, at your earliest convenience to pay a visit and see how we can even further collaborate in putting these massive facilities to the use of the state in your various sports development initiatives, which we have been following and are ready to be part.
Edo State Acting Governor, Right Honourable Comrade Philip Shaibu come talk say Edo government go continue the collabo with NIPOST and dem go put hand inside the matter we carry dem come visit. Say dem go create better environment for businesses to fit flourish. We come talk say dem don at Law Sport Council put sport commission in place to reposition the state, make sports for dey in line with international practices.
On behalf of the government and good people of Edo State, I welcome you to the heartbeat of Nigeria once again. Also to thank you for the kind words for our governor and government, and to assure you that for us, we actually have no choice than to just make things work in our state, because that was the driving force that led to our coming out to contest for the election. Yeah, it is true that many just come and they may even get there, they don't even know what to do. They don't even know their left from their right, or some of them have their own personal thing that actually they came for. But for us, what is paramount in our heart is how we can turn our advantage to wealth for our people and make our state not just the safest states in Nigeria, but to live up to the name given to our state as the heartbeat of Nigeria. Because for us, when the heart doesn't beat, obviously the body is dead. So it's not by mistake that we are called the heartbeat of Nigeria, because when you look at the map, either direction you look at it, either in the context of Nigeria or in the context of transportation in Africa, just check Edo State. You see that you cannot traverse anywhere without Edo State. And that means if Edo State is not functioning, there is definitely going to be hold up in everything that has to do with the economy. And so for us, we will continue to do those things that will not only create peace, generate, but create employment. When we came on board, it was obvious that recession was knocking at the door. And it was like coming to, you are just dropped in the wilderness, and you look left and right. Everywhere is just bare. Now you have to check the compass to know where to start from. And anywhere you start from, you need to make impact that will be significant. We decided that we must deal with our educational sector. And in dealing with it, we have to start from the scratch, the basic education. We look at health, we also discover that it's also in the wilderness. Where do we start from? We have to start from primary health care. So we looked at almost all the sectors. They have been run down, government have been on recess in all of them. So, but we have to take the critical sectors that could add up to bringing Edo back to its rightful position, whether in sport, in education, in commerce, in transportation. All those ones we needed to just do it. So when the governor promised that he was going to deal with the issue of infrastructure, it was deliberate, because we will not construct any facility that will not, in turn, make meaning to the environment. And that is what we've been doing. When we promise we want to do anything, it's not out of, or like we used to hear, at the spirit lead. No, it must be done to the benefit and to the commercial activities of the area. There must be benefit. And that benefit is what add up. All those projects that we have done, the benefits that has added up to a level where we can pride ourselves as the one state that have never defaulted in wages. We pay our salaries from 24th of every month. We pay our pensioners from 23rd of every month. Again, unless 24th and 23rd are in a weekend, and that we can pay on 26 or 27. So, and we've been consistent with that. Whereas in some months, we even pay on the 14th, depending on the activities in that month. Salah or Christmas or Easter. So any of those months, we pay earlier. And we don't wait for federal allocation to pay salaries. We have our savings. So we've been able to craft our own system to the extent that we are cruising. And even when during the recession, we were paying salaries. During COVID, we never reduced, like other states, we were paying certain percentage, we were paying full salaries, even when our workers have to work from home. We are the only state now in this country, are limited to Nigeria, that is operating a paperless government. So our transaction can be viewed online. The commissioner does not really need to see me. We can communicate our documents through online. You don't even need to be, before COVID-19, our students can learn from home. So when COVID-19 came, it was like, let's continue what we've been doing. We never knew COVID-19 was coming when we started NIPOST and when we digitalized our primary education. All this is some of those things that add up to a government that is functional. And we are happy also to partner with NIPOST. I remember the recent event where because of the support and understanding and cooperation that we have with NIPOST, we're able to deal with the issues squarely when the logistics operators went on rampage. We were able to jointly deal with the issues, and today they are working in harmony with you and even with the state. So we'll continue to cooperate, and it's in our best interest to actually work together for the benefit of our people. Because that sector is one sector that, if not closely monitored, like you said, they can be negatively used to destroy the peace and security of our state and nation. So we all have a great task, and I want to commend you for how you've been able to manage that sector. The issue of Abudu Post Office and the youth of Abudu and Obo, the Chief of Staff and the Honorable Commissioner will handle this, will deal with it. Our youth are very peaceful. Our youth, when they are very understanding, and when we talk to them, they understand. So we'll talk to them and say how we cooperate here. And the sport facility, yes. I will personally be there. I've been told by the Permanent Secretary, Sport Commission told me about the facility, and I promise you I'll come. I'll see it. Don't forget that we, also in sports, the governor have been able to bring back the sport to its native land. Edo is the native land of sport in Nigeria, and the governor has been able to bring back sport to his native land. And that event was done during the sport festival to relaunch Edo back to its rightful position. And since then, we've done other things. We've been able to, in all our program, we ensure that they are all institutionalized through some of them through policies, some of them majorly through enactment of laws. We've been able to outlaw sports council, and we now have sport commission in place. And the sport commission and sport council is not in change of name. When we mean we now have a sport commission, it's a commission that is now ready to reposition our state and deal with sport in line with international best practices. The Sport Council was in the analog era, and all the activities actually have been analog. Now we are digitalizing sports.
Ebusereme Obinome, TMC TV News.